Yo, what is going on, guys? Trusty Thrust here, Trust Stories here. I hope each and every one of you guys are having an awesome, great, and safe day. Today, I got a pretty crazy story for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about the time I actually got high off of Ghost Pepper. It's a pretty crazy story, but before we jump into that story, make sure you do drop a like on the video, and, the last couple of videos have been doing pretty good. I really do enjoy doing commentary videos. I love editing them, as much as they do take like 3 or 4 hours to edit. I do love, doing commentary videos and kind of just giving my opinion. So yeah, if you guys do enjoy the commentary videos, let me know down below. But yeah, today I got a pretty crazy story for you guys, so let's go ahead and jump right into that. Starting off, this took place back in 9th grade year, like every one of my fucking stories does. I've had like nothing happen to me this 10th grade year. I've been just enjoying my, 10th grade year. But back in 9th grade year, I had this one good friend of mine. He's still a good friend of mine, but I just don't really hang out with him that much anymore, cause some shit happened between us, and just a bunch of bad shit happened to both of us, so I just don't hang out with him too much anymore. And back in 9th grade year, I used to be very good friends with his mom, and he used to invite me to go on trips with him and his family because, he used to have to go on trips with his mom, and, he would have nothing to do on these trips, so he would invite me, and him would just, have some fun, kind of just babe session. We used to just be boys, and I used to just go on trips with him and just have a lot of fun with this kid. So it was January, and he invited me to go on this one trip with him and his family to North Carolina in the mountains, because it was supposed to be some dope snow trip, and I ended up being able to skip school to go on this trip, which was the coolest fucking part. Skipping my charter school and skipping my online school to go on some trip with my friend. It was pretty fucking sick, and it was a really enjoyable first 2 days of the trip. And around the 3rd or 4th day of the trip, before his mom actually ended up finding out that me and him vape on this trip, and it really fucked up the whole trip. But before she ended up finding out, it was the 3rd or 4th day of the trip, and up in the mountains, they have a bunch of random ass stores. They have some special stores and shit. Essentially it's like a Saturday night. We're kind of going around these, going to a bunch of these kind of family-owned stores in the mountains, and I'm kind of just looking at shit. And we go to this one beef jerky store. Or we go to this one beef jerky store, and the night before this, me and my friend were watching this one YouTube video by Matthew Santoro. I think it's titled 10 Things That You Didn't Know Would Get You High, and essentially in this video, Matthew Santoro says that ghost pepper is nutmeg and a bunch of shit like that can actually get you high if you take enough of it. And me and my friend, of course, didn't believe it, because how the fuck could a pepper or something that's hot get you high? We honestly didn't believe it. And we go into this jerky store, and they had this ghost pepper beef jerky, and my friend loves spicy things. He really is into spicy things. I don't know, I think he just likes the munchies kind of. I think he kind of just likes the munchies that you get when you have spicy things in your mouth. Yeah, he's really into spicy things, and he kind of likes the feeling you get when you eat spicy shit. And I don't mind spicy things. I'm not gonna be a pussy and not ever eat anything that's spicy, but I'm not the biggest fan of spicy shit. And essentially he's like, bro, look, it's ghost pepper beef jerky, and I'm like, dope. He was like, yo, no way, they have this ghost pepper beef jerky, and I was like, yo, that's sick. And he essentially started talking about it. He's like, bro, this says it has blah 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 Scoville units, and he was just telling me a bunch of shit about spicy things that I have no clue about. And he's like, bro, we should totally get this and see if it actually works. And I'm like, I don't know, bro. I mean, I'll eat it with you if you get it, because it looks good to taste, but I don't think it will actually work. And my friend's like, yo, bro, we gotta try it at least. And he's kind of like a mommy's boy. His mom will buy him things often. She's a really nice person. His mom's a great mother, so she'll often buy him things, and she doesn't mind. And she bought him this ghost pepper beef jerky because he kind of begged her. He's like, mom, please, can you get us this beef jerky? And his mom ended up buying us this beef jerky. And so we end up getting back to this little a condo that we were staying out up in the mountains. And get me out, it was 5 degrees, because we were staying up in the mountains, and it was in January, so there was still snow on the ground. Essentially, the resort we were staying up at, it had this one shed in the middle of all these resort buildings, and at this shed there was this indoor pool, and then there was a game room, and then there was this dining room. And essentially, me and him would always go down to this game room every night and kind of just play pool and just kind of enjoy the night. And so after we get this beef jerky, I'm like, yo, we should go down there and try this beef jerky there, and just eat this beef jerky there and kind of enjoy it there, in case we start acting crazy from getting high off this beef jerky. And my friend's like, I'm down. So we end up walking down to this kind of game room area, and it was nighttime at this point. It was 8 o'clock at night, and it was 5 degrees in the mountains, so we're fucking freezing cold. We get to this game room, we get inside this game room, and we start eating this beef jerky. And I just remember this beef jerky being really fucking spicy. Like, it was beyond spicy. You know when you, like, have something that's spicy from, like, Buffalo Wild Wings? It was, like, 10 times that. It was just really fucking spicy. And our faces were getting all red. We were kind of tearing up. And it was just really, really fucking spicy. It was something beyond it. I remember our mouths were just burning. Like, our throats and our mouths were just burning. And I remember I actually I ran to the bathroom right after we finished eating this package of ghost pepper beef jerky. I ran to this bathroom. And I remember just sitting in that bathroom and just rinsing out my mouth with, like, the faucet in this, like, little, like, public bathroom that has, like, 2 stalls. And I remember just sitting in there and just, like, washing out my throat. Yeah, it was extremely spicy. I remember, like, 5 minutes later, I came out of the bathroom. My throat was still burning a ton, and my eyes were still watery, but I had, like, towels now. I had, like, a paper towel I carried with me just in case I started, like, tearing up again from how spicy it was. At this point, I remember my friend looking at me, and he's like, hey, this one girl's trying to text me, and we're kind of getting kind of intimate. And so he ended up going to the bathroom, and, you know, I'm kind of just sitting here. And everything started getting kind of shaky. I mean, it wasn't really like a head high. It was more of like a body high, I guess you could say. Everything started getting kind of shaky, and I just remember, you know, I remember like 5 minutes later, I started playing some music on my friend's Bluetooth speaker in this like little gaming area, and I just remember I was like just spinning in circles. And once my friend came out, he looked at me, he just gave me the fucking weirdest look, because, you know, when you get like really drunk or something, you know, you can kind of like dance and everything feels like way more crazy. I felt like that, except like times 10. It wasn't like I felt like I was sick or anything. It was very like, I don't know, it was crazy. I remember I was just spinning in circles for like 10 minutes straight. And my friend came out and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, are you not feeling it or anything? He's like, I've been feeling like a little bit buzzed, but that might just be the withdrawal symptoms from us vaping earlier. And I'm like, how are you not feeling anything at all? And I remember just spinning in circles, and, you know, he was dancing a little bit. His eyes were kind of red from it. And it was kind of an enjoyable experience. I remember just, you know, spinning in circles, and it wasn't like, I don't know, it wasn't like the craziest. It wasn't as good as getting drunk, I guess you could say, but it was like, you know, the dizziness, and, you know, when you dance when you're drunk, you feel very, I don't know, it was like that times 10, but without a couple of the drunk factors. I don't know, it was like a lesser but better version of being drunk, I guess you could say. It was weird. It wasn't something that I could really describe well, but it felt everything was kind of more like vivid, I guess you could say. It was more of like a body high. I wouldn't consider it a head high because I wasn't really seeing any cartoons or anything like that, but everything was very vivid, and everything was kind of blurry, and it was more of like a body high, though, I guess you could say. It was, I don't know, my experience with my getting high off a ghost pepper. I remember the rest of the night I ended up stop spinning around because he was kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? So after that, I just kind of stopped spinning around, and I kind of just listened to some music with him. And it wasn't super crazy. I just remember it being kind of enjoyable, not super enjoyable. If you've never tried a ghost pepper and you're thinking about trying it, you know, it's enjoyable, but honestly, I'd rather just smoke weed or drink if I want to get high, because, you know, those things are so much more enjoyable than having to, you know, eat a ghost pepper and go through all that pain just to feel like a little bit buzzed. And yeah, honestly, go for it. If you don't believe me, go try ghost pepper. You know, there's legit nothing harmful it can do. I think if you eat too much ghost pepper, you can get sent to the hospital because it can kill your immune system. But, you know, if you ever try get ghost pepper beef jerky, try it out. See if you experience anything at all. I'm a little bit of a lightweight when it comes to stuff like that, so that's probably why I experienced that a lot more than my friend. But yeah, that's the story. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I remember we just walked back to the cabin. We went to bed, and I remember the next day it was snowing, so we jumped in the snow. And I actually have a vlog from that trip that I never uploaded. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like on the video. Also, I'm sorry that I haven't been doing a lot of story times. I know majority of you guys that are subscribed to my channel like my story times more than my commentaries. But I've been just really wanting to do a lot of commentaries lately, and I just really enjoy doing commentary videos way more than doing story times. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like. Yeah, it's been me. Peace.